on first down, taking another deep shot. A diving grab! Holding on to it is Malachi Fields. Cavalier to throw, taking a shot. Downfield, into the end zone, and it is caught for a touchdown. Trell Harris, the other.
Welcome back to another edition of Who You Got. I'm Aidan alongside Callum, Bohn. The Cavaliers are coming off a tough loss last week against Louisville. This week, they travel down to Clemson for Tony Elliott's homecoming game against the Clemson Tigers. We'll be giving our keys to the game as well as takeaways from last week's loss to Louisville. We're going to start with Virginia's 24-20 loss to Louisville this past Saturday. Callum, what was your biggest takeaway from the game?
Yeah, to me the most glaring issue with the game is Virginia's punting unit. 2 blocked punts, one in the first, one in the second half, and you just can't have that in a close game, and it's what came back to bite them at the end.
Couldn't agree more. The Cavaliers struggled with special teams last year. It seems they haven't fixed this issue. Something, if they want to be a bowl team, they need to fix immediately. I'm going to go more on the positive side. I thought Anthony Callum was great this past Saturday. 0 interceptions. He was scrambling. He was taking what the defense was giving him. He was making the right throws. The only thing I'd say that hindered him was his wide receiver core. With Chris Tyree and Trell Harris out, you could definitely see it. I think the new guys of Cameron Courtney, J.R. Wilson, they were struggling to get separation, which definitely hurt the Cavaliers towards the end of the game. Now we'll be turning our attention to Saturday's matchup against the Clemson Tigers as Virginia travels down to Death Valley for Tony Elliott's homecoming game. Callum, what's your biggest key to the game?
Yeah, to me, it really is going to come down to the game script and making sure that Clemson's running back Phil Maffa can't just take over this game, kind of like Isaac Brown did last week for Louisville. We gave up too many big run plays throughout the game last week, and we're going to have to prevent that from happening again on Saturday.
Couldn't agree more. Starts with the defensive line. My takeaway is going to be starting strong. Clemson has built up super strong leads all year long. They lost to Georgia in week 1, and then just proceeded to beat down on every single team that they played. Virginia needs to come out strong, whether it's a big spark play from the offense or a turnover from the defense. I don't know how they're going to do it. Obviously, we're going to be realists here. Clemson is one of the best teams in the country. This is going to be an extremely difficult game for Virginia, but starting strong and making an impact early will be Virginia's best chance at leaving Death Valley with a win. Now we're going to move to everyone's favorite part of the video, Who You Got. We'll be giving our predictions for this week's game against Clemson. Callum, let's start with you. Who do you got?
You know, it's hard to really pick the Who's outright this weekend, but I will take them to cover the 21.5-point spread. Callum has been turnover-free the past few weeks, and if he plays at that same caliber, I think even if Clemson boat races us early, Callum will take us in the 4th to cover.
So what score do you have?
35-24.
That's pretty close. I'm going to be a bit more of a realist. Clemson's a top 10 team in the country. They stuck with Georgia through a half. I've got Virginia losing 45-13. I don't see a scenario where Virginia comes out on top on this one. I think it'll be a long day in Death Valley. I'm Aidan, joined alongside Callum, Bohn, WUVA.